Well, I'm Evelyn Kent. I've been here a little over 26 years. I came up to keep the Harrison name. My father was president of OCF 17 to 18 years. And the Harrison House is named for my father. I was looking for something to do after I would have to leave my house, which was a big house. And Paul Pettyjohn and Bud Henning were at the house having lunch with us. And we were talking about the Springs and what I would do and so forth and so on. And I said, well, I'd either go down to Waxhaw, North Carolina with Wycliffe or come up here. And Daddy said, what would you do? And I said, well, I'll just do what I'm doing now, having people for lunch. And so that's pretty much what I did. Came up here to sort of be a hostess as a volunteer. And I've been a volunteer ever since. But the best time of being a volunteer is meeting people across the counter. I got to know a lot of the young people. John Hoyman will tell you that, and Nat Hale and Joe Batlock. They were some of my quote-unquote boys. The fun thing about being in the office was you got to know people. And I would have many a good conversation across the counter with people like Daddy Byram and Mr. Talk, Bob Needham, and the Armadines. I got to know the Armadines when I came up here. When I first came, the living room in the Harrison house was, in my opinion, not very friendly. And General B asked me what I'd like to do, and I said I'd like to open up this living room and have some teas. So that's when we began having teas. That's when I began to work here. And that opened up the living room. I think winter retreat is my favorite time, particularly Christmas Eve. I have very good memories of Christmas Eve services. I had a sister-in-law who would come up every Christmas. She was not a Christian, but she always participated in Christmas Eve and was appreciated. That's what's so great about White Sulphur Springs, is that people are appreciated. There's a great enveloping of love here at White Sulphur Springs. You're accepted. And that's a wonderful gift God has given this ministry. My husband and I used to take girls in our house. And when I came up here, I thought those days were over. Well, that wasn't true. I had several girls staying in my house, off and on through the early years of my time here. I accepted Jesus Christ at about the age of 8 in a Baptist church at Fort Riley, Kansas, at Junction City, Kansas. And the reason I did is because I had disobeyed my father before going to church. And I knew very well that I could not obey my father very well. If I couldn't obey my father, how in the world was I going to obey my Heavenly Father? So when the invitation came, I turned to my father and said, shall I go forward? He said, well, that's up to you, sis. Well, I went forward. And from that time on till the present time, I've been in the process of learning to obey Jesus Christ. And learning to obey God. For some people, it's easier to be obedient. But because I like my own way, it's not so easy for me. I think every time we walk out of a car and go to a store, we are testimonies of our faith, just by our bearing, by our expression. I think when I drive the golf cart up to the springs and grimace, my face is grimacing because I'm facing the sun. I'm having troubles seeing. I think to myself, that's not an expression of being in Christ. So I try to smile. And now he's given me a disease that's not going to be very comfortable. But he's also given me joy, such as Philippians speaks of, and hope, such as Titus speaks of. The hope of salvation, which will be realized when he takes me into glory. The hope is coming again, of Christ coming again. And the hope of being inherited with Christ in glory. What a rich hope we have. That the young people read the written word and make every effort to hide it in their hearts and their minds, that they might be walking testimonies of having faith in the redemption work of Jesus Christ and in accepting the indescribable gift of God. I try to picture what it's going to be like to enter heaven, that split second. I try to picture it. It should be, if I believe the scriptures, it should be a wonderful experience.